I am sure that you have run the gamut of emotions from getting hurt in the spring game to catching that touchdown pass Thursday night. Talk about that.
Well, that kind of goes back to, getting, injured in the spring game and having, a long summer of recovery, kind of getting back in the swing of things, getting in a rhythm, scoring a touchdown against NC State definitely felt good and was a good confidence booster.
Do you feel like you're 100% yet, or is it getting there?
I'm definitely 100%, with the training room that we have downstairs and the resources that I have. I feel very confident. I'm just ready to make plays.
Do you get a lot of the same questions Chad gets, which is, wait, how are you back?
Yeah, definitely from, friends and family as well. It's kind of, wait, I thought you were just hurt. But, what they don't see is the summer that we had and the training that we had, and, it's pretty remarkable, but proud of it.
Because you're in a position where there's 4 tight ends on this team who can do it. I mean, what's your mindset for what you can contribute in 2013?
Well, it really just comes down to how I can help the team. And, if that's, that started out this summer as a mentor to the guys. I was taken out of the lineup, and, my role was to be that mentor for them. And now it's, what plays can I make and how often can I make them, and I'm just ready to make those.
Was that touchdown a big statement, especially because the offense was struggling so much?
It definitely was. And, the hardest, one of the hardest things coming off an ACL is getting that confidence back. That's kind of, I haven't struggled with it, but that's definitely been a challenge. And, to be able to go and make that play, get that grab, definitely meant a lot.
Go back to when you got hurt, and then you hear, ACL tear. Did you think, I'm going to miss the season? I mean, was that kind of your first thoughts? Or?
No, to be honest, because we were kind of optimistic when I first heard it. The doctors didn't know, and then when I got the MRI back, that's tough news to swallow. I gave myself really that night to kind of feel sorry for myself, and I told myself, the next day, like, I can't approach it like that anymore. I got to focus on what I can do the next day to get back on the field and help the team.
Chad talked about how important it was for him to have somebody, having you kind of going through the whole rehab process, having you push him through all that. How much of a help was that for you, having another guy going through the same exact thing?
I get that question a lot, and that was unbelievable, and you don't want anyone to go through that with you, but having that and finding the silver lining in him pushing me and me constantly competing with him, I really attribute that to how fast that we both returned. So
having self-belief is one thing, but when did you maybe legitimately, physically, in the process, legitimately think, hey, I might miss only a few games rather than maybe the majority of games?
Probably our progress right kind of around the middle of camp. We were starting to run and cut, and that reality that we're going to make a comeback a lot sooner than people imagined. Really,
Did the doctors, did they kind of, or the trainers, the medical staff, did they kind of keep encouraging you, keep pushing you, or did they kind of maybe try to temper you, like going, hey guys, this is still a serious injury. It may be longer than you think it's going to be?
It was kind of both. I mean, we pushed them, and they kind of helped us. Be reassured. We're both competitors, and we're both trying to make strides to do the best thing, not only for this season, but for the rest of our life too. I mean, it's bigger than, it can be bigger than that. So everything, all the doctors were very involved, and everything was very controlled, and it obviously worked out pretty well.
Did you just tear your ACL, or was there other damage?
I tore my ACL and meniscus.
How long were you on crutches?
After surgery, I was on crutches for a month for that meniscus.
Is that a tough period? Because like you said, you only gave yourself that one night to go, woe is me. But
yeah, I mean, I definitely attribute that positive thinking to, I definitely believe in positive thinking, and I definitely think that helped me. I'd never been hurt before. I'd never been on crutches. I'd never dealt with anything like that. So that's definitely a challenge. But with the support staff that we have here, all the doctors and my parents, I mean, really wasn't as bad as you think it'd be.
You ever miss a game before?
No, I never missed a game. I missed a half a game because of the flu, but I was able to play the second half. Yeah.
How much did it maybe help motivate you to get back? You still got another year, I guess, of eligibility to play, but knowing that you had Taj, you had Sammy, you had a lot of momentum coming off the LSU win, everybody could sense this could possibly be a very special year. Did that kind of help you kind of force the issue.
Right. Well, I mean, I think being both Chad, we really just want to help the team, and if that meant, busting it all summer, being able to come back and help the team, that's what we're going to do.
How's Jordan doing? Jordan Leggett, I mean, he's had some emotional, drifts over the first couple weeks.
That kid is going to be a very good player. He's going to be outstanding. I think people forget that he's a young kid. I mean, he just got here, and people have high expectations, and no doubt he's going to meet those.
Do you run into a lot of fans, or maybe even people that come up to you and say that they have like some kind of medical tie or background that express maybe to you and or Chad that we can't believe that you're back and healthy this quick?
Yeah, I'll meet people that they'll say, I tore my ACL too. Like I get what you're going through, and it does mean a lot when you can share that kind of common ground. They can understand what you're coming from and what you're representing. So.
They express surprise to you though, that because I'm sure that whoever talked to you that they didn't come back or whatever they were doing as quickly as you have.
Yeah, but at the same time, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. We were on that underwater treadmill every day, and a lot of people don't have that resource, don't have the resources that we have here at Clemson that we're so lucky to have.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.